the divestment of completed highway projects portfolio to Actis, conference call hosted by JM Financial. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Sudhanshu Bansal from JM Financial. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Faizan. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of JM Financial, I welcome you all to the conference call of Welspun Enterprises to discuss the divestment of completed highway project portfolio to Actis. We have with us the senior management of Welspun Enterprises. With this, I would like to hand over the call to Mr. Salil Bawa. He is the Group Head of Investor Relations, for introducing the management and taking the call forward. Thank you for your time, sir. Over to you, Mr. Bawa.
Thank you, Sudhanshu. Good afternoon, everyone, and I welcome you all to the investor call of Welspun Enterprises Ltd to discuss the divestment of completed highway projects portfolio to Actis. We will call it Actis deal in today's call. Present along with me today on this forum are Mr. Sandeep Garg, Managing Director, Welspun Enterprises Ltd. We have Mr. Akhil Jindal, Group CFO and Head Strategy for Welspun Group. Mr. Sanjay Sultania, who is the Chief Financial Officer for Welspun Enterprises Ltd. Mr. Lalit Jain, Senior Vice President, and other senior management team members. We'll start the forum with opening remarks by our leadership team. Post that, we will open the floor for your questions. Should you have any queries that remain unanswered after this call, you can reach out to us anytime. Thank you very much, and over to you, Mr. Garg.
Thank you, Salil. Good evening, everyone. Today's call is to give you an update on the divestment of completed highway projects portfolio to Actis. And I'm very pleased to inform you that we have complied with all the necessary conditions and have obtained all necessary regulatory and statutory approvals for first closing and divestment of 100% stake in HAM assets and 49% stake in BOT toll assets. We got all approvals in place from NHAI, PWD and lenders. To give you the details of the transaction, the total enterprise value of the transaction stands at 9,049 crores, out of which construction-linked milestone grant payments received by us or receivable by us from NHAI and PWD stand at 3,196 crores. The completed highway portfolio as on date of the first closing has an outstanding senior debt on closing of rupees 3,544 crores. This includes the undisbursed portion of rupees 59 crores. As of today, if we compute the return on the divestment portfolio, we are making a return of 15% at a portfolio level. The divestment of balance 51% stake in BOT toll asset shall be undertaken upon obtaining necessary regulatory and statutory approvals. We have always maintained that we have an asset-light business model, and we have stayed the course. The Actis transaction demonstrates our commitment to act on stated strategy. With this deal, we have also fulfilled our business model of capturing entire value chain of successfully winning, constructing, stabilizing, monetizing of road assets. So we are successfully recycling capital, which will provide us a strong foundation for our next phase of growth. In this growth phase, we will target a portfolio of high value, high margin assets. We will continue to work with our low risk execution model. I would also want to share with you that the first closing consideration has already been received and is in bank of the company. With this, I now open the floor for any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 at this time. The first question is from the line of Sudhir Beda from Lifetime Consultant. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir, and congratulations on the closing of your deal with FT. Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, sir, as per your opening remarks, total enterprise value is 9,049 crore, and if we deduct milestone received 3196 and then that of 3540, so balance is left is 2313 crore. So out of this amount, what amount we have received and what is the balance left for the 49% of BOT, and then some retention money would be there. So if you can throw light on that.
Yeah. So let me answer this. This is RACL Jindal. I would like to give you more details on this. So essentially the two amounts which are pending to be received by the company. One is the 247 crores which are linked to the certain milestones and other things which we would be getting shortly, perhaps before March of this year. That's our target. And another 269 crores which would be dispersed to us only when we would achieve the 51% equity approval from NHAI with respect to Mukarwa Highway project. So I think these are the two pending items, almost totaling to around 500 odd crores, which we would receive as a two-stage process. Other than that, we have got our entire equity back.
15 crore. 15 crore also you already got, right?
How much?
2313 minus say 500 crore.
No. So I'm the deal also involved the liquidation of our working capital engaged in these SPVs, because as you would remember, we have got all of these, we were doing the EPC contracts and there were account receivables and pendings and this and that with the current assets and current liabilities. So the total that we were to receive is around 2,700 crores. And we have already, other than this 500 crores, we have received everything.
Oh, great.
So 2,200 crores is something that we have received as a consideration, / working capital, liquidation. And the balance 500 crore in two stages, 250 crore within March. Our team is working very extensively on that. And another 250 crore, 269 crore post 51% approval.
Understood. So one more question, if you can throw light on. So what would be the standalone balance left in our balance sheet? Now we are having two BOT, right, where our equity investments are there and then some debts are there.
So let me also answer this part. So the gross debt in the books of Welspun Enterprise as on date is 630 crores. Obviously, 630 crores, 630, including the working capital, including the CC, including your CP, NCD, all kind of debt, gross debt was 630 crores. So naturally, some of the proceeds will be used to retire as much debt as possible. And as regards two projects are concerned, we have got two, not BOOT projects as you said, but two HEM projects left.
HEM project, sorry, HEM project, yeah.
Yeah, so out of the two HEM projects, I think in Anta Samari, and correct me if my team has any other view, we have already fulfilled our equity commitment. It is only in the, SNRP, which is a Tamil Nadu project, we have further equity required of around 225 crores. So that is the commitment further on the road portfolio that we have. Other than that, we have fulfilled all our commitment till date.
Great. That's all from my side. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Yeah.
Thank you. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 at this time. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. Reminder to the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 at this time. Next question is from the line of Sudarshan Bavaria, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, after doing this deal, what will be the tax outflow and how much cash you will have in the books? And out of that, how much you will use to repay the loan? And after meeting the current equity commitments, how much would be left?
Yeah, so I would just request Sanjay to address this. Sanjay and Kevin, whoever does the tax working.
Yeah, as far as tax outflow to go, that we are working with our consultant Pricewaterhouse, and hopefully it looks like that it should be in the range of 35 to 40 crores as a tax outflow in the whole deal in the current financial year.
Great. So how much cash will be left after meeting the current commitments?
As Mr. Akhil Jandal has said, regarding we will retire the outstanding loan that we have currently in our books, which is close to about 600 odd crores.
Sorry to interrupt, but he mentioned as much as possible, not the entire loan.
See, what is happening, there are certain loans which we have a time commitment, which is coming in the next 4 to 6 months. So we keep that money to retire, and whatever we can retire immediately as per our loan agreement, that we will retire. The idea is that to become a zero debt company on the standalone basis.
Okay.
If we retire that, and the tax outflow and the deal, the deal expenses and all put together, so we are expecting close to about 700 to 750 crores as the outgo at this point of time. And then we have a further equity commitment for our HAM projects, which is under construction at the moment, which is close to about 225 crore as of now. That is the commitment. So if you put together, the 1,000 crore is already visible at this moment. And whatever is left out, I would request Mr. Akhil Jandal or Mr. Garg to explain about it, what would be the decision of the board when we take it to the board.
Yeah. So, as Akhil presented, we have in the bank right now 2,338 odd crores, out of which 1,000 crores was explained by Mr. Sanjay Sultania. The balance money is available for future growth of the company and capital allocation as decided by the board.
No, fair enough, Sanjay, but only thing is that these cash will have cost of money. So, and this was very much expected that this will come this financial year. So I'm very sure you would have some timeline to deploy this money. Whether you are going to deploy in next 6 months, next 12 months, you must be having some broad guideline.
For sure, we have opportunities where we can deploy the cash, and we will present it to the board for the further guidance of capital allocation.
Okay, but by when, as an investor, we will come to know?
I think the reasonable expectation should be to declare the Q3 numbers sometimes in late part of January, and by that time, board would have authorized the further deployment of these funds. So just have a bit of a patience till that point of a time, and I hope we would be able to give you a very clear picture after the board has approved the deployment plan.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, and congrats once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Saurabh Kumar Agarwal, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations on the closing of the deal. I have few questions regarding the future revenue, since we have now given up these projects to actors. What is the expected drop in the revenue because we have given these projects, and what would be the saving of the interest? I mean, you can give some average figure of, on the quarterly basis, how much interest we're going to save since we are becoming debt-free. Could you give these two figures?
So, if I've understood your question, you are asking how much is the interest saved. So naturally, along with the debt, along with equity, 3,500 odd crore debt is also transferred in the books of the new buyer. So basically, on the conclusion of the deal, our balance sheet would be lighter by 3,500 crore on the gross debt basis. So I mean, even if I consider say 8% as an average cost over the 3,500 crore, we are talking of a good how much around 300 crores? 250 crores. Yeah, between 250 to 300 crores as an annual saving on this portfolio. In addition, as we mentioned, post conclusion of everything, the company would have got a cash of around 2,700 crores. So you can say, even if we on a treasury earn between 8.5% on an average, we are talking of another 250 crores to be generated out of the treasury. I'm not even talking of the deployment plan and what value we can create. As we as we answered in the previous question, the board has to decide that. But just on a pure math, these are the numbers. As far as the revenue and the income forego, your question. So all of these were HAM projects. Five were HAM, and one was the BOOT projects. And the 5 HAM were, you can say, because they were completed for substantial time now, all of them were almost in a self-sustainable mode. That means whatever NHAI was paying or PWD was paying, that was taking care of the interest and depreciation and the loan repayments and the O&Ms and everything. So all in all, basically, our balance sheet would be lighter. We would generate more cash on the cash earned through this process, and ultimately, whatever value we can create out of this divestment is something that I'm sure all of you would be very keen to know, which we would be able to present post our quarter 3 numbers.
All right, sir. The question is, Adani has got a Dharavi redevelopment project. Has it got any impact on our Dharavi waste water management project, or is it totally mutually exclusive project?
These are two mutually exclusive projects. Dharavi's sewage treatment plant is a separate identified piece of land, and the SRA land is a different identified land.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Sudhir Beda from Right Time Consultant. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity again, sir. Sir, I would like to know what would be the monthly run rate. I saw in your television interview that it would be around 350 crore kind of thing in a month. So next year, is it possible we should cross 4,000 crore?
See, as I said, we have a clear visibility of order book, which is for about next 2.5 years. We have an order book of 11,400 crores, so which is the run rate that we should be targeting for the next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And any new orders in pipeline which we are likely to win in next 2 to 3 months?
See, there are enough orders in the market. Are we aggressively pursuing them? The answer is no, because we still believe that the competitive intensity in road is high, which we believe should settle down going forward.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vikash, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations on the entire transaction. I have just one question, just to understand on the oil and gas assets. Is there any plan to liquidate the same? I think that was mentioned previously. Any plans on that, sir?
See, this is a pure Actis related call. I would request that if we stay with the Actis call, we will address this issue in the Q3 call that we will have in the January.
So no worries, then I'll move ahead, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have one more question in the queue from the line of Anirudh Singh from Dalal & Broacha Portfolio Managers. Please go ahead. Mr. Anirudh Singh, your line is in talk mode. Please go ahead with your question.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah. Congratulations on the transaction. So you mentioned you expect 8.5% return on your treasury income. So how do we look to invest this proceeds?
I think we answered that in our previous conversation. So my submission again would be that we would be able to give you a bit more detailing once we have a chance to meet at a board level with our Q3 numbers. Just kindly wait up till there.
Okay. And any possibility of returning some money to shareholders through dividend or buyback?
I think it would be a cumulative decision that would be taken in the holistic manner. So I guess we all have to wait for that.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Bansal from JM Financial for closing comments.
Yes, Faizan. So I thank the management of the Welspun Enterprises for giving JM Financial the opportunity to host the call. I thank all the participants for attending this conference call. Thanks a lot, and over to Mr. Bhava, if there is any closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Sandeep Garg. I would thank once again all of you for joining on this call. And I hope that we have been able to address all your queries.
Okay, sir.
I must emphasize that as a company we see a lot of opportunities, and this deal provides us a strong foundation for our next phase of growth. Before I wrap up, I am taking the opportunity to wish you all a safe and happy new year in advance. I look forward to connecting with you in the new year. Meanwhile, please feel free to reach out to Salil or his team for any questions or feedback. Thank you all.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of JM Financial, that concludes this conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.